Have you ever picked up a clear stamp and thought, how does this thing even work? You're not alone. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use clear photopolymer stamps, including how to mount them, line them up properly, and avoid most of the common beginner mistakes. Hi, I'm Kristy Coromandel, and I help card makers build their skills and creative confidence so you can create cards that you truly love. This is part of my Back to Basics series, where we focus on one simple skill at a time to help you build card confidence without the overwhelm. Now, if you missed the previous lesson on basic stamping techniques, I highly recommend you go watch that first, because today we're specifically focusing on how to use your clear photopolymer stamps themselves. Photopolymer stamps are the clear, flexible stamps that stick directly onto an acrylic stamping block. Unlike traditional rubber stamps, they're transparent, which means you can see exactly where you are stamping. That is one of the reasons why so many card makers love them, especially for lining up sentiments and layered images. They can feel a little bit sticky or floppy at first, but don't overthink it, because once you've used them a few times, they become really easy to work with. So we're going to clearly peel the stamp away from our backing sheet. We're going to simply press it onto your acrylic block. This stamp naturally clings to the block. No glue, no adhesive needed. Try and choose blocks that are close to the size of your stamps. Small stamps, you want small blocks, and our larger stamps, you actually want to go for a larger block. Using the right size block is going to give you so much better control and visibility while you're stamping. If you struggle to get sentiments straight, here's a really good trick. Instead of placing the stamp directly on the block first, lay the stamp face down onto your grid paper. Line up with the grid lines and then press your acrylic block down onto the back of the stamp. This actually helps keep your griddings nice and straight, especially for beginner card makers. And honestly, most of us still use this trick every day. One of the biggest advantages of photopolymer stamps is visibility, because both the stamp and the block are clear, so you can actually look directly through them to line everything up. That makes it so much easier to center your sentiments, align your layers, stamp straight, and even place your images exactly where you want them. So you're going to hover your stamp over your cardstock first before committing to placement. This is easier than it looks once you slow down and take your time. If you ever notice that your stamp images are looking uneven, patching, or incomplete, sometimes the issue is not the stamp. Sometimes the photopolymer stamps are a little bit softer than rubber stamps, so they often look best with some little cushioning underneath. So try placing a stamping mat, a foam mat, or even a silicone craft mat underneath your cardstock before stamping. That small amount of cushioning can make a huge difference, especially with large or more detailed stamps. So here are a few mistakes beginners often make with clear stamps. 1. Touching the sticky side too much. Natural oils from your fingers can affect how the ink sits on the stamp. Number 2, not returning your stamp back to the backing sheet. This helps them keep their shape and cling properly. And number 3 is leaving your stamps in the heat or direct sunlight. Photopolymer stamps can actually crack, warp, or become brittle if they're exposed to too much heat. So try and store your stamps flat inside their case or their sleeve, away from direct sunlight, especially here in Australia, because heat can damage them a lot faster than people can realize. If you're brand new to photopolymer stamps and they don't really ink evenly the first time, don't panic, because sometimes the new stamps need a little bit of conditioning before their first use. You can gently rub the surface with a cleaner razor or stamp cleaner, or you can gently wash it in water, then dry it and try again. This usually fixes the problem pretty quickly. And that's it. You just learned how to use your clear photopolymer stamps. Once you understand how they mount, position, and behave a little bit different from other stamps, they become so easy and versatile tool to use in your card making. And honestly, the visibility alone makes it an amazing tool for beginners. If you like more beginner-friendly tutorials, I've linked the full Back to Basics playlist below. And if you want extra support as you build your card making skills and confidence, come join me inside Paper Crafters Academy.